As we're getting more and more information as hitters and we're starting to understand more things about what hitters are doing, what they're trying to do, what kind of batted ball profiles have success, we still have to understand and filter that information, understand what it means for us as hitters and what it means for our swing. So when we're talking about attack angle, we're talking about the direction the barrel is working through contact, okay? And so we know that we're trying to create line drives. We're trying to create line drives, you know, somewhere in that 10 to 25 or 15 to 30 degree angle, depending on how much bat speed you have. We know that in order to create those batted balls consistently, the barrel at contact needs to be working slightly up, okay? So this is our attack angle, and then the angle that the ball's coming off the bat, that's our launch angle, okay? So we're getting all this information. What's happening though is I think there's a little bit of disconnect between the information and how we need to apply it to our swing. So guys hear that we need to get the ball in the air, guys hear that they need to create a positive attack angle, but how we're creating that can be really inefficient if we're not understanding it properly. So what I'm seeing a lot with hitters is that they're loading, they understand they need to create an angle so that we can hit line drives out of the infield. What is starting to happen with a lot of hitters is they're getting to this position, they tilt, they dump their pelvis in the rib cage, now the barrel's working like this, so their swing is happening all up. So they get here, dump, then swing, and everything is up. What we see with really good hitters is that a very high percentage of the swing is happening down, okay? And we need to understand how the barrel is working around our hands to create positive attack angle with really good hitters. What we see with really good hitters is that they get loaded here, okay? And they create downhill tilt, not only with their pelvis here, with their shoulders, and then the swing happens down. Okay, so we're not tilting then swinging. We want the swing to bring this shoulder into the zone and through the ball. So again, a lot of the swing from here to here is down. All right, we need to understand and be accelerating the barrel and turning the barrel down. Then if our hands are working properly to stay through the ball, then at this point, the barrel pivots around our hands. Now we start to create that positive attack angle. Now we got an opportunity to drive the ball at proper angles, create backspin if we get slightly under center line of contact, and be able to drive baseballs. Once we get into this position of tilt, this is really tough position to adjust from. Okay, so from here, if we hit it, yeah, we've got a chance to drive the ball. But in terms of consistency, margin for error, and adjustability, those things have become really difficult. It becomes a tilt, then swing type of angle. The other thing that happens when we create this tilt then swing is the arc of our swing and the radius that our swing works around gets really long. So we get here, now the arc that the barrel has to work around, we get real loopy, we create this hole in our swing that makes it very difficult, especially against challenging hitting environments, against high velo, against guys with good stuff. When we get to a good position and we turn and accelerate the barrel down, okay? Now I'm not talking, when I'm talking down, I'm not talking like this, disconnected. I'm talking about the hands and the back shoulder rotating naturally into the zone together. This allows us to be much shorter. It allows us to shorten the time between our decision to swing and actual contact. It allows us to wait longer. It allows us to make decisions later. And the arc and the radius of our swing is much shorter. Our swing gets up to speed much faster, and we're able to stay through pitches much easier. You've also got to remember that we're trying to make contact with a pitch that's working slightly downhill. So if we're swinging up at 25 degrees, our margin of error or our time on plane is just as bad as if we're swinging straight down through the baseball like this, okay? So we have to find that fine line. We've got to understand that great hitters get to the loaded position, they swing and accelerate the barrel down, and then the pivot point around the hands late, and we're catching balls out in front is what is creating our attack angle in the positive range.